Hello guys, good day to you all. Yeah, welcome to Gio's Review channel. Today we are going into Sonia Uche's TV video titled Beautiful Disaster. Featuring in this video are Sonia Uche, Dera Osadebe and us. What actually happened in this video was a situation of a particular lady, Gina, that as a result of the loneliness or the lack of attention, as well as the aftermath of a late mother, she now went into this depression and consequently find herself misbehaving, being rude, get herself into drug, into smoking, drinking, clubbing, and moving with friends that encourage her in that regard. So her behavior has been a source of concern to her dad, who on his own part also was guilty for the fact that he's been so busy and engulfed in his job projects and the stuff, to the extent that he's not always there for his family, although he makes sure he gives all the family needed, but it's just that his attention that is a little bit failing. He gave his reason that he was scared that if he didn't keep on, persistent in his hard working, he might, end up in poverty, and also because he needs to take care of his parents aside his immediate family, the wife and the baby girl. That is Gina, before baby sister came, that is spare. So the situation continued in that way, that Gina doesn't, feel concerned about the baby sister. There is a sort of resentment towards the baby sister, that is Pear. And Pear, on her own part, just, concluded as a small girl, little girl rather, she took it that it seems her sister, Gina, doesn't love her. A sort of hatred. Why? Because Gina never had any close relationship with her at all. Despite the fact that she was praying and hoping that their mother will get a sibling for her because of her loneliness. Well, it now came a time that Pear had a sort of project to submit at school. That is a science project. And she went to her dad. The dad was busy with his work. Why Gina, is not at all ready for her, or rather does never give her any space. So she was just in tears crying because she was scared that her teacher will discipline her. So in that situation, the house elf now came into her and pet her. And now came a time, there's this guy, Sean. Sean that was with his friend and doing his NYSC in the place. So he needed a sort of income, to be able to take care of himself as well as to get money across to his mother. So he's been so broke that his roommate was just giving him, the kind of idea for him to go into uh to go into having maybe a sort of friends or relationship with women friends, the old women. And this is friend James. That is what he has been doing. He chatted with lonely ladies, big ladies, to get his money and to live his life. But this does not augur well with Shian. As he endured towards the end, it was through James' app that he has connecting guys like them to ladies that are wealthy that will be able to finance them with, with all the good things of life. So that was how James now connected Shian to Gina. So on getting to Gina's house, Sean met Annie. Annie happens to be a sort of friend to these two guys, James and Shian. So Annie is their house help in Gina's daddy's place. That is Mr. Mr. Clifford. So that was how Annie, upon seeing Shian, was surprised. So Shian, meanwhile, Shian went to go and meet Gina. And there in Gina's room, the way Gina approached Shian, it really put Shian off because Gina was so rude to him. And in anger, that was how Shian left Gina's place back to his friend in the apartment, that is James. And but before he left, Shian had an encounter with Pierre, that is Gina's baby sister, that needed help concerning a science project. So Shian was able to help Pierre to do the project, in which Pierre came back the following day, was so happy because she scored A in that project. And as such, she had to now recommend Shian to their daddy, Mr. Clifford, to enroll him as a tutor. And that was how Shian started, living with them because as he explained to Mr. Clifford, his residence is a little bit far from their place. So as such, Mr. Clifford asked Sian to be living with them. So that was the beginning. This wasn't, good with Gina, because Xian had to, on one way or the other, try to make Gina to take to discipline. And Gina, on the other hand, because of the influence of girlfriends, she keep on doing the negative things and misbehaving, smoking and drinking and partying, going out in the night to the club. So it continued that day, and there was a time Xian was trying to go to Gina's place. Gina's room. And there and then, because he was a little bit disturbed the way Gina was doing in her room. So he wanted to give Gina oranges. That was how Gina now, had an encounter with Sian and wounded him. So Gina was so scared. He had to now call a friend who rushed over, and they now had to think of a way to get Sian to his own room and to send for a nurse that came in to take care of her. Gina was so scared. She was crying, praying for Sian not to die, because you even see that she had conscience. Then why all those strange behavior of us? So it was those behaviors that came as a result of her being lonely, because she was the first child, and it took a series of time for her mother to be able to conceive again, because during her birth she had series of complications. The mother had series of complications, and that made the mother to even be scared to take in again. But eventually she continued praying for her mother, and eventually her mother took in, and she was happy. She continued with her praying, helping her, but daddy is always busy with work, project and so. But the day that the mother was about to get to the hospital to put to bed, their daddy wasn't around. Gina called, and they look around, no one to be able to drive because the driver had already closed for the day. Even the gate man couldn't drive. So Gina was having that guilt that she was there seeing her mother suffered and die, and she couldn't help. That all this guilt has been there for her for so long, and all added to her misbehavior she has been exhibiting, and also made her to resent her dad, not to want to respect or to regard her dad again, just because of that single action, which wasn't the fault of the dad anyway, because although the dad supposed to have known the period as in the DD of the pregnancy, so as to make sure he put all things in place and to get people around that will be able to help out, although no one is above that kind of a mistake. and the guilt also stayed with the dad for so long. So it was Xian that eventually helped, after that incident that happened between Xian and Gina, that he was sick for a long time, and during the time their maid wasn't around, that is Annie. So all those now give Gina that kind of remorsefulness in her, because she really cried and was so scared that Sia might die. So this now led to her, confessing to Sian all the things that she has in mind all these years that's been disturbing her and that led her to bad behavior. And that was how, the moment you look at a problem, the solution will be very, very easy. So after explaining everything to Sian, Sian had to now go to Mr. Clifford, their father, to now explain everything to him. And um, that was how they started, helping Gina to recover from all the trauma. First, they had to disengage Gina from relating to her friends. So all those are girlfriends, whenever they come, they were restricted coming in to see her. And she had agreed because she wanted to get herself back. She wanted to get her rightful self back and to get healed finally, and to be able to leave all the negative habits of us, as in the smoking, partying, and drinking. So it's a sort of educative video. I recommend it to families to use, to be able to learn as in what happened to Gina and what led to it, as in for their dad, Mr. Cleaver, not having time to be able to, give those children the required attention they needed. That is Gina and her mother, before pair came into light. Also on the part of Sian, we could see that he's a very disciplined guy. He doesn't take advantage of the girls around him, and he was so disciplined. And that made, help to bring about a change in that family, and to help Gina, her dad, as well as Pierre, to heal from whatever problem they've carried for a long time. And you could see that at the end of it all, the families came together to reunite it, as in having a family reunion at the table at the end of the video. Please, I implore you all to like, share, and comment on this video. Thank you all. God bless.